My lovers. Okay, somehow there's like a four thumbs up here. Now, I've just started a new broadcast because the last one it cut my but I feel like we were having some juicy chats, so I'm coming back for them. I don't know what's what, but and that's also just like sometimes the internet cuts out, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I will do a reading for uh for anyone who divine sight. For anyone who wants a reading, I will pull some cards for you, or just general chit chat. You know how we go. I couldn't tell you like how the internet works behind the scenes as far as like I was live and then it told me that the connection stopped everything and then it said, do you want to reconnect? So okay, I will. And then I pressed reconnect and then it just froze and I was like, God damn it. So then I tried to like come off of the screen and then but then YouTube just keeps telling me that that video is still live. So come over to this screen, you guys. Divine sight. So these are cards that I'm pulling for divine sight, and it all resonates. Sing. Talk about stepping into one's magic power. And this is you ultimately standing your ground as well. So we've got like the standing the ground energies. And then check this powerhouse out. Holla! Hey H, how are you? And then you have the Magician, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress. So this to me is like, you're not going back. You're standing your ground and stepping into your power fully. Because I mean, like, Magician upright is fully empowered creator, right? You know it. You are the magician. You have all of the tools at your disposal to create the life that you want. There's the mysticism card here, which to me, the Queen of Wands is fully in her creative power. And then the Empress to me is like actually the highest. The Emperor and the Empress are like the highest people in the deck as far as like they run the world. They run the universe. Like they're connected to the cosmic energies and the earthly energies, and they're the fusion between. So they're creating it. So yay, divine sight, fully stepping in. It's like, and this energy here is, I would say, like the here now, this Piscean shift of like you're standing your ground, and the only energy that you're moving into is empowerment. That's a really nice reading actually for the collective as well. Like, we'll take that. I'll take that. And then it was Cicero, wasn't it? Cicero's asked for a... Ooh. I'm going to take that for you, and that too. So this is kind of where we were at, wasn't it? And then I just saw the High Priestess again there, Cicero. So there is some healing here, which we have already discussed, yeah. I'll take it as well. The Star card, this does feel like a healing card to me in this reading. A drainage. So, and again, because we spoke of it, it's healing these drained wounds or these fragmented wounds to re-establish your sovereignty. It's your emotional awareness as well that's wanting the healing. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups could also be a feminine healer or a feminine energy that supports you in this healing. And actually the Ten of Pentacles feels like a very supported healing journey, a very supported time for you to go to the water, gaze upon the stars. Rochelle's in the house. yeah. So the Star card is like you healing. The Ten of Pentacles signals to me that there's major support, and then the Queen of Cups has to do with your own either emotional healing, and oh, look at it. Is that a little spy? um, and the Queen of Cups. I just love you guys. Hi, Mary. How are you? Yeah, and the Queen of Cups is also possibly somebody coming in. That would be a water sign. I just feel it as an emotionally aware and connected female. And or you connecting to that part of yourself to endeavor the healing. But again, the sense of like you will be supported, because the Ten of Pentacle there feels like the cosmic support is benevolent. Offer, well, let's just see if there's an offer coming in. There, clearly this Page of Swords wants to come out, right? There's a message coming in. Speed. Somebody coming in to tell you something. What did you say, Ronald? Something like a little spy? And then I'm tuning into that, like, yeah, this could be like a little bit of a spy type of energy. I don't get any malefic kind of, I don't get somebody, there's no twistedness about it. So Cicero, like straight up legit, you have, hey Melvin, how are you? You have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. And to me, you don't get it better than that. Now they're in the reverse right now, which is par for the course, because you're in the healing, right? You're healing massively. And with the star, the way the star energy is feeling to me, it's like really go into that. Go into your healing. Let yourself be supported in your healing. Let messages come in. I feel like they're going to lighten the load for you. And ultimately, because you asked, because you asked for the reading, the cards are wanting you to know that you have money and joy around you. You have these cards in your reading right now. But the way you really allow them to come to the fore is actually just going within and focusing on your stardom, focusing on your star power, focusing on your, those like, when you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. There you go. So don't worry, everything's gonna be all right. Yes, stalking me probably because there is an active investigation against them from what they did to me. Okay, cool. Okay, so there is somebody. I guess for me, as you said, within the Hermit Poet White Light. Awesome. Sync telepathy vibrashe. So Cicero, right? An active investigation. So and there's no. I think with the reading, it was like when you go within just to focus on yourself, it will all unfold as it's meant to, and you are safe. Like you are protected. It's just the emotional healing. That star card with the Queen of Cups. It's, healing the emotion, believing in yourself, believing in your dreams, all that kind of stuff. That's where it's at, basically, for you at this time. So, my lovers, I'm trying to charge my phone and stay with you at the same time. So just bear with. Sing for me, my angels. This is a bit low. Let me get my actual thing. Why is orientation locked? Dang it. Oh, maybe this will work. Sorry, my lovers. Look at this, having technical difficulties. Kind of like Sideways, MJ, but like that one's okay. This is the, I want to say portrait. Normally I can just flip it to landscape, but it's not letting me. I think it's because I started the broadcast like this, so it has to stick. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why this is, because Ronald said about the hermit card, and I'm like, God. In a weird way, I feel like I've been in hermit, like the hermit mode has just been taking me and now I'm just deep in the hermit mode, and like getting the matches out, trying to light the fucking inner light. And like the where I find the light is the YouTube. The YouTube light is on. Like, is anyone out there? Is anyone else feeling the densities? Oh my God. So now I'm feeling like pulling some cards for the collective energies. I will endeavor to go live tomorrow as well for the full moon activation. There's just such major changes happening here. Wheel of Fortune, Emperor, Three of Wands, like a journey possibly. Hey, just posted a video and now I have to say it for kids. I know, it's the YouTube rules. I have the same, they constantly remind me. It's like, is this suitable for children? I'm like, I don't know, probably not. I have a potty mouth. I think that I came this hermit mode with another hermit. I think that I came to this hermit mode from within another hermit. Yes, I also resonate with that. Like, I just like went from one hermit mode and like crawled around and then on another hermit mode. I'm like, is it safe? Is it safe to be alive here? I'm not sure. I still can't tell. Thanks, Melvin. Russian doll hermit. Right. And we're just getting to that very, very tiny little doll inside being like, you're okay. You're okay. And then she can grow and make her own clothes. You know what this feels like to me? Right now, it's like total walking away from the disempowered energies. Have fun. It's like going on a journey, letting the Wheel of Fortune turn, and having fun is the solution to all that old paradigm of like shitty advice or like manipulative advice or listening too much to other people or trying to find the answers in other people. Any disempowered energy around you're not enough, you can't have it all, you don't deserve to have enough to live, you don't blah blah blah. There's a journeying going away from that energy. And then the Empress reverse is telling me there is a Wheel of Fortune, because now the Emperor has risen himself. There's this sense of empowered action being taken, and yet we want this Empress in the upright. So the Wheel of Fortune also in the reverse is telling me that as you set off on this journey, as you empower yourself on this freedom path, the wheels will start to turn in your favor and you'll be able to rise above. And ultimately, you could also see this as the Wheel of Fortune being the denial of the feminine power. The denial of, because let's be honest, in this world, what good does that do anybody? Having this emperor in charge, but he is in complete denial of his feminine side, that's an imbalanced perception, right? So to empower and transform these base tones, we have to go on this journey. We have to be willing to take that leap, and we have to basically trust the Wheel of Fortune's turning in our favor, and then the fun card. So I would say as well that maybe around or beyond this full moon transit, that there will be opportunities for festivities, there will be opportunities for celebration. There's also a sense of like to celebrate yourself. Think of celebrating joyful outcomes. Like think of celebrating the thing manifesting. You know, that kind of energy. There's a little bit of green in this card and a little bit of violet. But there's a lot of oranges, yellows, and reds. And like this, obviously, to me is very much about our sexual, creative, and true power. And I can honestly say, like, this is a weird biofeedback, but when I am in a pattern, I'm only addressing this or recognizing this now in reflection. When I'm in a disempowered pattern, my solar energy starts to like uncomfortably so, which now I kind of sense of like, oh, of course it's telling me like it's over stimulated, it's not flowing. You're not living in that power, you're actually living in denial, you're trying to contain the power for other people to please other people, and so that contained power, instead of living on flow with that power in your truth, which I also get that feeling, if we're in a disempowered pattern, one of our chakra points will likely light up and let us know this isn't in integrity, this isn't empowered, blah, 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 hence these transformational cycles. And we have to have the faith to see us through. We have to have the faith to see us through these up levels, these upturns, these Wheel of Fortune. That's like a just complete surrender and letting go and letting the tides of life take you, right? You're in the wheel. You're not controlling the wheel. It's like the wheel of karma, the wheel of dharma, whatever it is. That's the whole point of our greater awareness of spiritual teachings and spirituality as a whole, is that this isn't it. The world that we're looking at, that's not it. You know, the world that we see, the world of illusions, it's an illusion. And it's a minefield. It's a mind fuckery, basically, because the dominant energies are trying to say, like, this is the world. Get with the fucking program. Be scared. Live in fear. And a whole bunch of us are just sort of going, that's not cool or fun. So if we're birthing a new world, we're gonna have to have some faith. That card makes me feel a bit like, who? How to channel the power of that denial. Be free. Express your truth. As in, that's been my only sort of ability, is to share here. You know, how do I show more? How do I express more? How can I be more real, more authentic, more, because the denial in the world infuses that energetic channel in me. Because to me, the truth of the emotional work and the emotional healing, the self heals the self and all this stuff is real. It's true. That's how it works. We creating this. We are da 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 da. And so the biofeedback I got from people trying to deny that teaching or deny that truth piece, it would just become more and more painful. And so I had to find an outlet for expression. It had to find, And clearly, you guys are here with me on this journey. It's like the more you express the truth, the less that holds, the less that denial holds, and then the new life unfolds and pulls you and guides you and shows you and energetically. And this is again the increasing like discernment of it all, is like communicating with as much compassion and empathy as possible, which I think we all do and we endeavor to do, of saying I'm awake and fucking feel it. There's big decisions to make, there's big moves that we're making, and it's like, it's it. thank God some things have been rustled up, because even before this last few days, I was like making excuses for the old, like, oh, sorry, I want to be, I want it to be, and then when it actually comes to like, it's either freedom or not freedom. It's either living joyful, blissful, exhilarated, in love with life, or not that. Or you can go back the last 12 years and just do it all over again. Like, fuck. No, thank you. Holla! So I'm here with my lovers getting my freak on, even when I'm not feeling very freaky. You can tell, like, I'm wearing the same. I am probably going to live in this sweatshirt the whole time. No, exactly. Hence the energetic leap of, I do deserve to be free. You can't take me down. You can't do anything. Wait, I'm hearing a song. Time flies by when we're having fun, looking for connection in a crowd of empty faces. Empty faces. Truth comes out when... Something like that. I think it's a Rita Ora song. Something. Take me anywhere, anywhere away with you. Take me anywhere, take me anywhere, anywhere away with you. It reminds me of being in love, which I forget what that feeling feels like. Oh, look at this. Oh, voice. I was just singing. Do you think doesn't make a thing? Oh my god, guys, these cards are just divine. Thank you so much, Mark. These are just stunning. So there we have, and this, because we had that charge of healing those lower 3 chakras, right? Allowing ourselves to live empowered in these bodies on this planet, like holla. And then what we have here, there's a little bit of like a feminine essence here, if you feel me. And this purple line to me is really like the violet flame, like that divine voice, the inner being, that voice really kind of penetrating the earth field, moving through the heart, moving through that creative vortex, and really feeling empowered in that divine vision. It's also more than likely a card that will be, so for some of you, it also means like speak up, speak more. You gotta do never reality. No, you are beautiful, wise, divine. No more holding back, no more staying small. You're being called to use the gift of words. So yeah, it's time to remember who you are. You are a spark of God. It's true. Stand up for yourself. Stand tall in what you believe. Speak from your heart, and your words will always be heard. It's legit. It's true. Isn't it weird that we live in a world where it's like, speak your heart, like speak your truth, and we're like, whoa, like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm being honest with how I feel. And people are like, oh God, stop that, don't, just be a slave, do what you're told. Oh, see, it's in moments like these that I'm like, who am I? Like, who is this person? Who has she become and becoming? But actually, I'm like, but the truth is like you've done a lot of inner work, as in a lot of moments of just being like, like, you know, the full visceral body convulsion of an emotional storm. I have just done so much emotional storming and seen through so many veils that there's nothing else. And so really the other layer just feels so dense. Look at Mary's little like fist pump. You guys are the fucking bomb. Hi. I'm MJ from Ultra Love. How are you? I smile like this all the time to make you think that what I saw you is going to make you super happy all the time. Because people can't handle the truth, Lilith. You know, we all know why that is as well. It's because of this. That is what people don't want to do. And so they can't handle the truth. They can't handle emotional storming because everything in our reality is like, ooh, ooh, what's wrong with you? Why are you feeling like that? Just buy a thing. Just do this. Just eat this. Just drink this. Just pop this pill. Don't feel that stuff. Ew, gross. Look at your face. Like, because we live in a world that is trying to quick fix our way out of all of this. The fucking pain that humanity is in. And that is totally okay, but like, you can't deny the pain. And all the many distractions are all there to help us deny the pain and stay disempowered so that the overlords can continue to feed off of our light and innocence, our power, our divine right as divine beings. I'm like, God, we're here. We all belong to be here. Like, gee whiz, God. I'm hoping you do surf while you're there. Oh, girl, I am. I'm gonna go surfing. So I'm covering a yoga class for the beautiful chica that I'm dog sitting for. So Tuesday, I'm gonna do a class for the community here, and then I know for a fact, because the girl I'm dog sitting for told me, there's gonna be a couple girls that come to class that also go surfing, and then she said that I could borrow her surf stuff. So hola, MJ is gonna go surfing. I'm gonna go surfing. Yes, it is a must. I must splash about in the sea at least once or twice and go surfing at least once, if not twice. Also, I'm opening up a pathway of having a base here, setting up a little home for me here in Sagres, in Portugal, so that I can escape the winter blues in England, or possibly be, this is the way I live my life. I'm like, okay, spirit, show me where the F to go now, because I'm not going back there, because that there is feels like it's covering me in a bunch of mud, and it's getting harder and harder to see my way through and climb out. And then the universe brings me here to be like, well, then you don't have to climb out. You just have to open your mind and see different possibilities. And you're like, God damn it. How could I have been so blind? Why didn't I see these as potentials? Oh, because you were stuck in some old egoic bullshit, thinking that you're supposed to please these people or save these people or do this for that person, and you're like, except no, you're free, and you're like, hold on, oh my God, holy shit bells, I forgot. And then the whole universe is like, choose freedom, and you're like, okay. So this is the freedom tribe of life. Yes, Mary, what skiing. So whilst I is freely floating on the ocean, you're going to be freely floating on the snow-covered mountains. We will be one in energetic vortexual realities. And keep our bodies and minds safe from any hurties. You feel me? What's going on? I have not read any of the comments. I've caught some of Mary's, which is holla. Oh, by the way, thanks, Mary. But your donation has come up to £2 and two. What's Rochelle saying? A few good men. Who's an overlord? I don't know. I just jest. But like the the darkness, the energy of darkness that wants to make you believe in the darkness instead of your light. But your light is the truth of the spark of life. So you have to believe in the light, i.e., be like a Jedi, believe in your light beyond all illusion of darkness. You know, like the illusion of darkness is actually just the denial of the light. Do you guys get that? Do you guys get that? Like that is the truth? That was huge. The darkness is just the denial of light. It's like anything that isn't love is just the denial of love. I'm like, it's that simple. It's like, imagine this existence not appreciating itself. Oh, baby, we're gonna surf. We're gonna surf and be free. Yes, truth bomb. Holla. Don't you love when those bombs come in? When the truth love bomb hits and you're like, oh my god, I'm so happy and joyful and free. Thank God I got to this point. Now the boss gets it. Hello, hey Lynn, how are you? I know it's been so long, hasn't it? So tomorrow's live share crew. So we get that we've got a new member as well. Yay! I'm so excited to welcome new people to the live share crew. And I will do probably pull some cards for live share crew tomorrow morning as well. And endeavor our usual time. I have been hermiting to the max, like so deep. Like so deep is the hermit mode. It's so funny though, because in the grand scheme of it, it's not. It's like a few days, but to me, it feels like the end of the world. I'm like, I might as well give up all of life. Because for 2 days in a row, I haven't felt like doing anything. In fairness, it's been a little bit more heavy-handed than that with the Capricorn Saturn transit. Like, I've been a little bit feeling in the depth of void and despair for like months and months and months, with little like little like breakthroughs of like, that's the way, that's where I'm headed, and then just bring it back to the darkness and the patterns. And then here I am on the other side of it going, oh yeah, still gotta choose the freedom, can't go back into those patterns, god damn it. But the fact is that we're laying down the new for like longevity vibrashe. So I'm kind of starting to make peace with it, being like, okay, it's been a while, but considering how awesome and joyful and freedom and like empowered this next phase is gonna be, like, it's worth it. All of this. All of it. Or literally just like I'm amazed with sometimes just how I can lie there. I can just lie there like processing all this, like looking at all these different energies and like reflecting and projecting and like imagining, and like hours go by or just like lay there in total silence, like observing the mind from the heart space though, like not trying to control it, just like observing everything and then like locking in the essential truth of the desire, for the heart. And the heart wants the freedom, and the heart wants the joy and the community and the peace and the slowness. The heart doesn't want to fight for its protection anymore. The heart just wants to be its freedom. It just wants to live in alignment with its soul, with that which makes it beat, like that's the heart. So the heart doesn't, at this point, how I'm feeling it, like the heart doesn't have fucking time to explain itself or to try to like make itself known. Like, I don't know, again, that's my old mindset, like it must save you, show people, always in service, always dedicated, and like there's just this like like can't do that anymore. Simply, I think what I'm getting now is like it's just because the bass tone frequencies are raising. So like legit true, people don't need their hands held. If people want to awaken, if people want to go through the healing, they will. But trying to sell people on it or trying to deny the self to make it easier for people, it's not gonna fucking work. I don't need a husband. In fact, I don't have any desire for a husband companion. sexual lover. Yes, sure, great. I am human after all. Who doesn't want a little bit of that? But I don't need, like, please, man, be my husband, because I am just, no, I know you're not saying that, Melvin, but yeah, I definitely, that would be sweet. Feel like making love. I feel like making love to you. That's me making love to myself until my divine counterpart like shows up and is like, I'm ready to make love to you. And I'm like, I'm ready to make love to you. To that song. Oh, and then the rest is history. And then MJ and the Ultra Love TV community just got to be free and happy for the rest of their lives and the rest of their incarnations and the rest of their existences. And then we did it, so we don't have to do the Earth thing again. Off we go back to our native origins where we are intergalactic beings of the highest order, of the highest high. How is this gonna? Yeah, obviously he's just gonna manifest run out. Like, I literally get to this point where I'm like, he'll just show up at my door. Or it's just conjuring the imagination at this point, ultimately. Do you know, though, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, so. And also, I'm aware that I had a cup, I made myself a pot of coffee this morning, much earlier, like 5:30, and that's long done. I brought over this cup to drink, but it's just pure, it's like Bali coffee, because I didn't have a proper cafetiere, so it's just pure grit. So I don't necessarily want to drink that. He better bring pizza. Yeah, or vegan cookies. Vegan cookies, vegan pizza. My mouth is watering. Flowers, essential oils, like. I don't know. Like, I'm not very demanding. I don't think. Just choose love and work on yourself. It's all that I ask of you. Just become emotionally aware. Jeez, like, is that so much? Is that so much to ask? And people are like, "Oh, you're weird," and I'm like, "And what else is new?" I'm like, I tried to fit in to what people said was normal, and it pretty much almost killed me every time. So I don't do that no more. Join me. It's called freedom. One of us. It's also called authenticity and or awareness versus unconscious looping via your own dense karma. Which, again, it just is what it is. I'm happy to be an emotional creature. It's like, come on, people, wake up to your emotional nature. Enjoy and love, because you are love, because you're God and you are that which is the totality and the nothingness. So it's like, you might as well just love it. Turkish coffee, possibly. So you know what I mean? It's like and like, this is from an actual pot which did a tiny bit of straining, but like when you go to Bali, you'll just get a cup of coffee, and then near the end of your coffee, you'll be like, you'll be eating the coffee. So, and I'm thinking, yeah, Turkish, that's how they do Turkish coffee as well. I'm almost certain. Maybe even like in some parts of Greece. Anyway, so yeah, we got some coffee grinds at the bottom there, and I think it's getting to it's 10 a.m. I might wander. I probably won't, but I will likely make more coffee, have some breakfast, which today maybe I will have some vegan coconut cookie with my coffee, and maybe an apple, or actually I have half an avocado. I could have avocado on toast. It's just feeling it out. It's just feeling out, like, what does this body need? Yesterday, I needed crisps and hummus and a whole box of cookies. Not just one or two cookies, like a whole box. And I did have some green and some avocado and some salads bits yesterday. And I'm slowly getting turned on to cooking for myself again. But it's been a deep dive. It's so weird in these moments to look back in reflection of like, what's the big deal, NJ? Why are you so goddamn fucking hard on yourself? You've just had a few days where you have no motivation to do anything, feeling a bit bummed out. I mean, there's potentially reasons why you're feeling bummed out, but hey ho, we're good to go. And like, you've just had a few days where this is a real recognition piece as well, i.e. warrants when you can start to flip your mind a bit and be like, wow, it's amazing. Even when I'm in what I think or feel or sense to be like the depth of despair, when I'm in a more clear state, I'm like, wow, even that, like, that's still a lot of love, you know? Because there was a time where that kind of energy would have taken me into blackout, drunk, eating like 5 pizzas and then vomiting because I hate myself so much. You know what I'm saying? So to loop around into these dense kind of energies and still be able to flow my body around on a mat, go for a dog walk, eat relatively like decent food, I nourish myself enough, even though I know I can like up that, but like nourish it enough. And like, okay, you're all right. You're just relearning how to love the inner child, which was scolded for its existence. And so the inner child is like, is it okay? Is it okay? And then I'm constantly there like, yes, it's okay. It's okay. Just feel how you feel. You're fine. And I'm so lucky because, um, yeah, I have a community. Like, I'm definitely one of the lucky ones, I'm not hitting on her. I get that, Melvin. And you're awesome, dude. And you there looking after your beautiful, beautiful wife. And I see this in loving relationships. I see people truly, genuinely loving each other, respecting one another's sovereignty, walking alongside, building and creating a life. Just like all y'all are here with me, endeavoring, here we go, building this ultra love community. Like, whoa, let's love each other. It's that easy, right? So you have to go through some shit to even get to that point where you can recognize that as a humanity, we're not loving ourselves. We're in fear of our own self. We're in fear and denial of our power. I feel like making love. I had cereal today. Holla. Do you know one of my fave cereal / treats is just vegan? It's obviously vegan, but chocolate granola, like dark chocolate granola. Hook that shit up, my lovers. It's like eating chocolate chip cookies basically in a bowl. Where it's like, yeah, Port Orchard. Knock it off, Melvin. I don't. I don't. I'm just picking language apart here. I do desire companionship. Holla. Like, we all deserve connection and true love. We do. I do too. I deserve that. I'm not needy though. That's for shizzles. But the genuine primordial desire for connection and intimacy and love is real. And when it comes right down to it, I would say I'm a pretty, what's the word? Straight, even to the point of like monogamy to that regard. Like, I'm just a pretty traditional kind of gal. But it's not like a needy, like, I need a man to make my life better. But then they do. That's the thing. Like, I'm somebody who, I like relationships. It feels nice. I've just clearly had a bunch of bullshit, unconscious bullshit I've needed. I mean, yeah, I've had a lot of unconscious mistrust and hatred and lots of bullshit projections towards men, and I'm over it. I like Yeah, I wanna have a man that I can just love the pants off all the time. And he will consider himself the luckiest man on earth, and I will consider myself the luckiest female on earth, and we will jive together, and we will have plant ceremony together. Maybe even continue to pioneer awesome online brands together. So I'm not like denying what you're saying. I'm just like shape shifting the language and the meaning context of I don't need a husband. I have a desire for love, intimacy, and companionship, like I think all people do. But for a lot of us here, there's been a lot of learning via unhealthy relationship, via neediness. You know, unhealthy toxic relationship via disempowered lack of emotional awareness, clarity, and communicative abilities, right? And why I could never harbor any blame or grievance toward any of the people I've engaged with on any dynamic is that I can recognize how I've invited it for my own soul's learning, not just like MJ. Like my whole soul is like encapsulating the entirety of its earthly mission to then get to this point of going, I get it, I see it, I'm so fucking thankful. You know, the people we call narcissists, at some point we can actually become thankful for everything they've taught us, and we won't even worry about calling them any one thing or another because they're just another beautiful divine human. But once we're more in our power, the part of the relief is also that they're not our responsibility. They never were. That feeling is part of our own wounding. That feeling of being responsible for people is our own wounding. I mean, gee whiz, right? It's so paradoxical. It's so like a game changer on a global level. We know. I was saying humanity in general. Oh, I love you guys. No, we all have love for Melvin. Mega, mega love for Melvin. Eckhart Tolle. I love Eckhart. And Eckhart has, you know, the New Earth? Just keeping a bit of order on the playground, I guess. I love this. This is so beautiful. It's like we can all have a little chat and be like, oh, I didn't mean that. Yeah, I know. We're good. We're good. See? We're good. And be like, hey, knock it off, bud. And we're like, all right, I'll knock it off. But I can feel the energy. And it's interesting, Melvin, because there's no trigger. Like, there's no real, yeah, it's all good, basically. Whereas, you know, sometimes people say shit that technically shouldn't trigger me, but for some reason it does. So I'm like, you can bounce, actually, because something's not crocking here. Something's not resonating here. It sounds nice enough, but boy, oh boy, I'm not digging on it. Awesome family community here you created, MJ. Thanks for skin. I prefer MJ to Eckhart. Yes. Compare me to Eckhart Tolle, you guys. I will take it. I will take it. But I mean, Eckhart's like a brother, you know? Eckhart was. You guys know the story, so I have my like awakenings. Shikiki de bonjour mon ami. So, Eckhart Tolle, I wander in after these awakenings. I'm living in Vancouver and I wander into an independent bookstore and I find hard copy, first edition, Power of Now. This is like before Eckhart was Eckhart. And he was literally just bumming around Vancouver with his publication, going to independent bookstores and doing little chats with his friends. So I'm like, I found this book, which if I'd kept it would probably be worth something, but that's okay. That book, Power of Now, like I had in my travel bag way back in 2002 or 2003, and then read his New Earth, and it just hit me, you know. And I still to this day I'm like it is now the presence piece, the power of now. Those insights are very very similar. And all like with a little bit of frustration inside, I'm like, yeah. And then I just slowed it all down by continuously giving people power That's like the Abraham continual teachings of all this, is that we just so naturally go into other, and that's an empathic thing. That's possibly why I've been guided to share the way I share, is that empaths do have their own unique sense of this reality, which is quite different from people that are not empathic. And dare I say, even someone like Eckhart would be to a certain degree, but not in his earlier primitive, like earlier years. His empathy would be something he's awakening and aware of. He had those divine sights and was able to channel them via the intellect and like in the mind's awareness. So the empath, kind of like that oneness awareness of the field, is like, I would say, like an evolutionary thing that obviously aligns with Eckhart's teachings, which are coming through for the new earth codes. And there are pockets of humanity who are that. We know that. We are living that. We are the essence of that. And he's just been a channel that has been able to popularize the teachings, bring more of these in different ways, which I think a lot of us are, that's why we're guided to, because we want to share how this stuff works in the human body, in the human awareness, right? So an empath, I can honestly share, I anchored those teachings, and the only thing that ever looped me, and yet it was still part of my divine path, was me going, oh, okay, you must be right, you're older. Oh, okay, you must be correct, you're my teacher. Oh, okay, you must be. And I mean, with grandiosity, I can just say I knew the truth within forever, and we all do. And any of us ever giving power to others is going to loop us back to self. I just looked up at 5155 as well. Yeah, divine sight. I agree. It's not, I'm not like, you can feel it. You can feel that tug, like that potential of me being like, I fucked it up or slowed it down. It's not that. Like, that's been a part of that awareness throughout the journey, was like, I, all these years since those awakenings, have been watching myself. Hence the material in the book, like the tangible experiential sort of validity of my own book, which was, it's like my higher self was slowing it down. My higher self was showing me what happens when you deny your intuition. My higher self now, in retrospect, can show me all those times that would limit. Hence, because we're now in an accelerated paradigm shift. As in my awareness, what I'm aware of is that this, what we think has been this slowing down or this backtrack, are just more teachings to help, like, shift people. Like, just get people into their power, right? Fast track people. Like, so stuff that might have taken me 20 years, my expectation is that a whole bunch of people can do it in 2 months. And that was actually my experience with working with Katie. Like, leaps that would have taken me years to go around in circles, just like bust through those blocks like that. But that's part of the collective awakening, collective awareness, is that more and more people using these higher consciousness codes is part of the, like, i.e., we're talking a new language. I don't even know who I am anymore. It's like, what the actual F is life? I don't know, but like, it's... You see that, Rochelle? I put Rochelle's... And then let's just get this party. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. We're going to have a big old party this year. Look at this. Look at these numbers. 55, 77, and then 22. Too much love, too much abundance. It's true. We be blasting them all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you for live share crew. Much love. See you soon.